Envisage a world where individuals may live, work, shop, and socialize entirely online, all without leaving the comfort of their own sofa back in the real world. It exists already. It's called the Metaverse and might just be the next step in VR technology. Join us as we break down the concept in this video. What is the Metaverse? Metaverse didn't become a familiar phrase until Facebook changed its corporation name to Meta in October 2021. At that time, the business announced intentions to invest $10 billion over the next year in technology to flesh out its vision of the Metaverse. Many see the Metaverse as the internet's natural progression. It will take numerous forms, including games, online forums, and business meetings. In the Metaverse, people use avatars to represent themselves, communicate with each other, and virtually build out the community. In this Metaverse, you can use digital money to buy clothes, or weapons and shielding in the case of video games, and many other products. In fact, you can digitally roam through the Metaverse for leisure, with no objective in mind, utilizing a virtual reality headset and controllers. Where did the Metaverse come from? What might interest you is that the Metaverse isn't completely new. It was initially detailed in the 1992 novel Snow Crash. Several firms later developed online communities based on the concept, most notably Second Life, which debuted in 2003. Snow Crash was more of a dismal perspective of the future and didn't depict the Metaverse in a positive light. Author Neil Stephenson coined the term Metaverse as a form of next-generation virtual reality-based internet. One way to earn prestige in Stephenson's Metaverse was by technical expertise, which was symbolized by the complexity of the user's avatar. Other indications of status was the ability to enter certain restricted areas. Ernest Cline's Ready Player One was another book that spread awareness of the Metaverse. It was later transformed into a movie directed by Steven Spielberg. Set in the year 2045, the characters in this dystopian science fiction novel from 2011 seek refuge from the hardships of real life in a virtual environment known as the Oasis. VR goggles and haptic gloves give users the ability to interact with virtual worlds by touching and grabbing virtual objects. How will VR, AR, and MR fit into the Metaverse? We all know by now that the Metaverse is a much bigger idea than just virtual gaming. It includes virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality, including blockchain, Web3, cryptocurrencies, social media, and a lot more. So even VR, AR, and MR are some of the most important parts of the Metaverse and give users a fully immersive 3D virtual experience. Let's take a look at what they are. What is a VR Metaverse? People are probably most familiar with the term virtual reality. Virtual reality is a 3D computer-generated virtual environment that can copy the real world or a made-up world. It is made from combining realistic sounds, images, and other sensations with devices like VR headsets, gloves, and body detectors with sense detectors. VR metaverses are virtual 3D spaces. Users can interact with these spaces in different ways, but a VR headset is the most interesting way to do so, and a number of companies already sell these headphones. When a person puts the headset on their head, two screens in front of their eyes show images, and two small speakers next to their ears play sounds. With controllers in each hand, they can move things around in the virtual world. If the user looks to the right, they will see the virtual world to the right. If they walk forward, they move forward in the virtual world. A video used to promote Meta shows how the technology works. It is an immersive experience, and the technology is good enough that you can get lost in the virtual space. You can download apps to your headset, just like you can with your phone, to experience different places and challenges. Not every game is a VR world. Some are video games where you are the main character, whilst others are meant to teach you something or get you to do something. These apps may or may not let you invite other people to share the experience with you. Meta's Horizon Worlds app is a popular VR metaverse. It lets users explore thousands of 3D worlds and meet other people in those places. One can enter and engage with that world as if it were their own. However, it does not take into consideration the user's actual surroundings. You may want to use VR technology in a room with plenty of space to move around so that you don't run into a wall or other real-world obstacles. Some have argued that users and others around them can be isolated due to the engrossing nature of virtual reality. On the other hand, virtual reality has the potential to bridge physical distances, even those that exist between people in different parts of the world, at least virtually. VR and the metaverse immersion will continue to improve, as at present, we are only between the stage 1 and stage 2 of the metaverse. What is the difference between the internet and the metaverse? The internet is a system of interconnected networks that include millions of computers and other electronic devices. Once connected to the internet, users can do business, interact with each other, and access a wealth of information. The metaverse doesn't compete with the internet, it expands on it. In the metaverse, people will explore a virtual world that reflects parts of the physical world using such technologies as virtual reality, augmented reality, AI, social media, and digital currency. People browse the internet to find what they're looking for. However, it is possible to live in the metaverse. It is possible for governments to establish a presence in the metaverse as well. For example, whereas most governments would rather have a static presence on the internet, Barbados aims to create a diplomatic office in the metaverse, particularly the online environment Decentraland. The advent of the internet has created various services that are leading the way to the construction of the metaverse. The metaverse as a whole, where do NFTs fit in? NFTs are expected to play a significant part in the metaverse use and success. NFTs are a secure sort of digital asset based on the same blockchain technology utilized by cryptocurrency. Instead of currency, an NFT can represent a work of art, music, or digital real estate. An NFT gives the owner a form of digital deed or proof of ownership that might be bought or sold in the metaverse. As the first virtual real estate firm, Metaverse Properties claims to have set a standard. The corporation works as an intermediary for the acquisition and management of real estate in numerous metaverse virtual worlds, including as Decentraland, Sandbox, Somnium, and Upland. Conference centres, retail stores, galleries, private residences, and public hangouts are all part of the portfolio. Where would Metaverse go from here? According to a recent analysis of the market, the Metaverse market will be worth around $800 billion by the year 2024. This could be seen as a sudden rise that is expected for the Metaverse. Making a Metaverse universe will take at least a decade, and it is clear that the most important thing to make it popular will be immersive hardware. Only in 2021, Meta has spent more than $10 billion on developing Metaverse technologies. While the Metaverse has generated chances for new enterprises such as Metaverse Properties to offer digital goods, traditional brick-and-mortar companies are also jumping in. For instance, Nike has bought RTFKT, a firm that uses NFTs, blockchain authentication, and augmented realities to create a one-of-a-kind virtual footwear and digital artifacts. Born on the Metaverse, and this has determined its field to this day. That's what the website RTFKT reads. Prior to its acquisition, Nike filed 7 trademark applications to assist, make, and sell virtual sneakers and apparel. Nike and Roblox also joined forces on Nikeland, a digital realm where Nike fans can play games, connect with each other, and decorate their avatars in virtual merchandise. Or Systems CEO Nick Donarski said, NFTs and blockchain established the framework for digital ownership. Or System is a network of game developers, content creators, and gamers. NFTs will be the vehicle via which real-world identity ownership is transferred to the metaverse. How soon are we transitioning to our virtual world? Interacting with a virtual online environment has been around for quite some time, but a fully realised metaverse with truly lifelike interactions is still quite some time off. Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, lamented the lack of VR goggles and motion capture gloves in his annual Year in Review blog post. This prevents an accurate capture of the user's facial expression, body language, and voice quality. However, Gates claims that within the next 2 to 3 years, most virtual meetings would shift from 2D square boxes into the 3D metaverse, where participants appear as digital avatars. And that's it. What do you think of the idea of the metaverse? What about NFTs? Please let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get more updates like this one. Whilst you're there, hit the notification bell to get updates on every new video that we release. And thank you very much for watching.